And we start our first of 5 games here at Pasadena City College on the Robinson Stadium field here on the NFHS Network. It's the 6-AA championship game right here on your home for high school sports, the NFHS Network. Good afternoon, everyone. Jeff Kurtz alongside Tony Moskal. We've got a great game for you today here in 6-AA as the St. Vincent De Paul Mustangs with a record of 12-2 get set to take on the Wasco Tigers, a record of 9-5. And Tony, you couldn't have a more interesting contrast in offensive styles between the two teams we've got on the field here today. Wasco runs the football almost exclusively, and St. Vincent De Paul couldn't get any closer in terms of their balance between passing and rushing yards. A little over 100 yards separates those two statistics this year for them.
Talk about polar opposites. I mean, let's go north and south. Double wing, we're going to run the ball 95% of the time. We're going to make no bones. We are going to line up. We're going to get tight. We've got tight splits. We're going to get big. We're going to get physical. We're going to run the ball, and we're going to pound the daylights out of you and hope that wears you down as this game progresses. On the other side, you've got a balanced offense. You've got a team that can run the ball, and you've got a team that can throw the ball very effectively.
Our football coach is here today, Trent Herzog, in his 6th season guiding St. Vincent De Paul. The Mustangs traveling down from Petaluma, a little bit north of the San Francisco Bay Area for this game. They are the visiting team in the white jerseys on the far side of the field as the coin toss taking place out in the middle of the field. St. Vincent De Paul going to receive this football first. Coach Herzog has been in 3 consecutive NCS title games, Tony. They won in 2021, lost last year, won this year. This is their first state title appearance. They made a regional final in 21 and came out on the short end.
You got a school with 160 total kids. And I met them before the game. Obviously, you and I do a lot of Southern Section stuff. So, coaches, everybody play football? And basically, yes. About 90% of the boys on that campus are on that football team. And then they go into other sports after this. But small school, small field, both of these, small town, that's high school football at its finest.
Chad Martinez in his 7th season guiding the Wasco Tigers into this particular football game. They hadn't won a title in the Central section since 2012. Wasco in the Bakersfield area, and that's a wide perimeter there in Bakersfield. But Wasco back here again, and a lot of the guys on the team, their older brothers, cousins, were on that 2012 championship team when these kids were in 2nd and 3rd grade. So here they are today in their first ever state championship game in 6AA. They knocked off Cerritos to get here, winning that 7-6. They beat Bishop Union 42-41. So a couple of one-point wins, Tony. I asked Coach Martinez, how are you feeling? How's your psyche after all these? He said, well, I've gotten a little heavier and I've gotten a few more gray hairs in the last few weeks.
He looks like he's 19 years old, gray hair. I'll give you gray hair.
St. Vincent De Paul is going to be kicking off. They are going right to left across your screen in those white jerseys with the red lettering, white pants. Wasco in the black and orange, all black with the orange lettering, the orange stripes for the Tigers, going left to right across your screen.
And I'm going to make a comment about this. You got some kids on Wasco with no paint on their helmets. Those guys they've been in some wars. They're probably like, Coach, we don't want to paint these things.
Here is a squib kick to lead us off, and this is a live football that's going to be picked up and fallen on at the 20-yard line. And so that is where Wasco will have their first possession of the game here in the 6AA championship. Let's look at our keys to the game. First for Wasco, and obviously it's going to start with ball control, Tony.
Yeah, you've got to control the ball, but the other thing you want to do is you want to stay out of 3rd and long. You want to stay out of those uncomfortable situations, even though they can throw the ball a little bit. David Manzo, 449 yards on the season, but that's not what they want to do. If you're St. Vincent De Paul, you want to force them into that.
Meanwhile, for St. Vincent De Paul, Coach Herzog mentioned repeatedly, we need to hang on to the football. This is a Wasco team that likes to hold on to it for a while and is content for long possessions, and it would benefit us if we're not going to have the ball very much. We need to make sure we are effective with it and not turning it over. We got a penalty right out of the gate here as well. So Wasco's got a 10-yarder, and they're going to start at the 10-yard line.
And the other thing is, if you're St. Vincent De Paul, is you want to get up early, and you want to take them out of, I mentioned it earlier, the comfort zone. Force them to do something they don't want to do.
Well, here on first down, we're going to have a running play to the right-hand side, and the kick-out block is going to be key on this. This is going to be a yard gain to the 11-yard line, setting up a 2nd down and 9. But that fullback kick-out block, Tony, really the coaching staff emphasizing for Wasco, critical today.
You've got to get a hat on hat. If you get confused, we used to call it him block. I got him, you got him. that's it. But when you pull guys and you're blocking guys down, somebody's going to fill a space, and if you're that guy pulling from the backside, you've got to find that guy, and you got to really hit him hard, get him out of the way, because if he's in the hole, he's going to stuff the run.
David Monzo is the starting quarterback for Wasco, and he's going to do a little toss sweep right side. There, the kick-out block works. This is the first down of the game, as a nice carry by Ram Lopez out beyond the 25-yard line to the 27.
And that's the thing about this offense is if you get that little gap, that little bit of space, and you've got a running back like Lopez who hits that hole, you've got so many guys so tight in the box. The minute he gets beyond that, it's almost like there is no second level. He's almost at the third level.
Gain of 16 on that last play. And Trent Herzog says our base defense is a 4-4, but we'll throw a 5-2 out there. We'll go 6-1. He said we're going to throw everybody into the box we can. Fresh set of downs for Wasco. Toss sweep right-hand side again as they're peppering the right side of that defensive line, or offensive line, left side of the defensive line. That's going to be a gain out to the 29.
And Nico Antonini, 76 tackles on the year, doing a nice job as that outside linebacker position, just kind of closing down that gap because they've run that same play 4 times in a row.
Coach Martinez said, our goal, 4 yards every play.
That's it.
They had an 18-play, 10-minute drive last week in their win over Cerritos.
That's insane.
I mean, that is.
Hey, we're just going to hold the ball for, the whole quarter.
Yeah, exactly. That's unheard of. Here's a toss sweep running left this time. First carry of the game across the 30. Hammy Lopez with it out near the 32.
Lopez, 1,400 yards on the season. Not the biggest guy in the world. You can see him, his stature out there, 19 touchdowns. 7 games, he's been over 100, over 180 twice, over 154 times. He's the workhorse of this offense.
And averaging 7.7 yards a carry is pretty remarkable. Here's a 3rd and 5 for Wasco. First third down of the game. Handoff running left. This is going to be a little bit shy of a first down. The ball out to the 35-yard line. 4th down and 2, and an interesting early decision for the Wasco coaching staff.
Yeah. Do you go for it, obviously, or do you punt? And, looking at their stats, they don't have any special team stats. So don't know if they kick or if they always go for it.
Well, David Monzo is also the punter as the quarterback, so he's going to get the play call, jogging to the sideline, and then come back in. Lopez is going to come out of the game. Mike Dominguez, who's a bigger back, is going to come in. So you're at least setting up offensively for giving the St. Vincent De Paul defense a look like you're going for it, but Monzo could step back into a punt formation here. He's going under center, though. Here's a toss. And a nice push by St. Vincent De Paul. Second effort. This isn't even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Huge play. Dominguez is going to lose a yard back to the 34-yard line, and the Mustangs defense is fired up.
That's how you beat a team that runs the ball like this, is if you get a push upfield, then you're in the backfield right away. Everything is so close and so tight. Running back has absolutely nowhere to go. Get a hand on him. You've got so many guys close to the line of scrimmage. Your buddies rally, make the tackle.
Nico Antonini in on the stop amongst others. And we get our first look at this offense. Gabe Casanovas, an outstanding quarterback as a sophomore, going to hand it off on first down. They were going to try to establish the run, said their coaching staff. They're going to get 4 yards on a first down carry to the 30-yard line. And Tony, boy, talk about an early Christmas present. You get the ball on for your first possession on your opponent's side of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of that was, all of it was decision-making. I think early in the game, you know what? I'm just going to punt it away and play field position.
Here on 2nd down and 6, this West Coast offense, they'll go to a spread here. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Casanova's 66.3% completion percentage this year. Puts a man in motion, that's Jack Davis. Casanovas going to keep it on the ground. Mason Catarelli. Catarelli is going to be tackled shy of the 25-yard line, setting up a 3rd and short.
Well, it's quick. Block down that front side, pull that backside. Catarelli gets in behind those guys, picks up a couple, brings it to 3rd and very manageable here.
And quickly up to the line of scrimmage, strong side right. This is a handoff. Nice push by Wasco's defense. Jack Davis with a carry there, and he only got to the 25-yard line, and now you've got a 4th down and 1.
Yeah, then now here you have to go for it because it's too far for a field goal. You're looking at 25. It's a 42-yard field goal, and you're obviously way too close for a punt. So you'd say, you know what? Line up, let's go.
Tyler Chalou is the kicker on this team. But you're right, Tony. That's that in-between territory where you might as well just go for it here. Casanovas under center. Takes a snap. Here's a handoff. This should be enough for a 1st down. Great push by the offensive line. Fantastic push. Down to the 15-yard line. You needed 1, you got 10.
Yeah, there you go. Give it to Davis. 390 yards rushing on the season.
So, St. Vincent De Paul in the red zone.
Very much so. They almost started in the red zone.
On the outside edge, close to the midpoint here of the first quarter. And St. Vincent De Paul going to stay in that tight formation.
And with the way these two teams run the ball, we may be out of here in 45 minutes.
That's right, folks. If you had a dinner reservation for 6, you might be in luck. Here is some movement along that line. Shifting around now, strong side left. 2 backs in the backfield. Casanova is going to hand it off, running left-hand side, slipping a tackle, and then finally getting stopped at the 14-yard line, I should say. That was a short gain on the play for Ty Nickens.
Yeah, Nickens just bottled up early in the backfield. Good job by this defensive front to get a push.
Now, Wasco's defensive line has had some good penetration here on a couple of plays. 2nd down and 9 as the ball just inside the 15-yard line, a little shy of the 14. Trips to the far side, 1 to the near side. That's Davis, the lone receiver, to the near side. Catarelli, the back in the backfield. Casanovas with a blitz coming. Picked up, he throws. That pass is going to be deflected, almost intercepted. Boy, having a great shot at it was Isaiah Acosta, and he got a lot of green in front of him if he makes that catch.
Almost threw it right to him.
That was a great read by Acosta.
Yeah, he saw it. He knew it. He cut underneath it. Just needed to jump a little bit higher.
3rd down and 9. 4-down territory here too, you think, Tony?
Yeah, unless you get absolutely nothing on this play. If you can bring up 4th and manageable, then I think you go for it.
4 receiver set again, 3 to the near side. Casanovas. Going to turn, throw, pass caught underneath, and Wasco thought a knee was down on that side. Acosta thought the knee was down, but no, and St. Vincent De Paul walks into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
I think they're going to say his knee was down because the 2 referees over there were discussing it. So the guy that's right at the 10 was pointing.
That's a great job by the officiating crew. See if we could see that again here in a minute. They're going to spot the ball down at the 9-yard line, so it's a gain of 5 yards. 4th down coming up. Our officiating crew, Zach Snell, is our referee today. Our umpire is Ed Kirscher. The line judges are Alan Shelley and Ray Mastere. The field level judges are Keaton Cahill and Paul Schutt. The back judge is Derek Foster. Good teamwork by this veteran crew.
Well, it's better to be right if somebody else saw something.
4th down from the 9-yard line. 4 yards away from a 1st down for the Mustangs. Casanovas has some time. Pocket starting to collapse. He's rolling to his left. He's throwing into the back of the end zone, and he finds a man back there. This time it's a touchdown.
Jack Davis found his way into the back of the end zone. Picks up his 15th touchdown reception of the season.
Boy, that was a nice job by Casanovas buying some time there and floating to his left. Difficult to throw back across your shoulder that way.
Did a real nice job climbing that pocket, finding the open space within that protection, and not going across the line of scrimmage. And obviously Davis running with his quarterback, getting open, waving his hands.
Extra point try on the way, and that is good. So St. Vincent De Paul with an early 7-0 lead, Tony. Interestingly enough, did not convert either third down, but 2 of 2 on fourth, and they complete that 34-yard drive.
That's one of those things where you're like, I don't care what our third down percentage is. You know what? My percentage with the ball is 1 for 1. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, and it was interesting talking to Coach Trent Herzog before the game, because I asked him, so what kind of style do you prefer? Are you guys a lot of possessions? Do you like a long ball control drive? What do you prefer to do? And he said, honestly, and I know this is going to sound a little trite, but it's whatever it takes for us to come out on top at the end of the game. Yeah. We can be very adaptive over the course of 48 minutes.
And I think when you look at high school football, a lot of guys, a lot of teams, the goal is to be 50-50. Because I don't want to be one-dimensional. Granted, for Wasco, it's been working. I'm not going to say I'm not a fan of it because they're in a state championship game, but it's really, really tough to do, especially if you're run heavy and you get behind.
Tyler Chalou with that squib kick again, and a nice job by Wasco jumping on it at the 35-yard line. So better field position here for the Tigers in their second possession. The first one they started at their 10. Well, let's see how this wing T offense reacts after that touchdown by St. Vincent De Paul. Coach Martinez did say, Tony, he said, look, if we get down by quite a bit, this offense is not designed for a quick comeback.
No.
So best to keep pace here if you're the Tigers.
And limit the possessions for St. Vincent De Paul.
On first down, Monzo bobbles the snap, then picks it up, and he's going to be stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Getting in there to make the tackle was Chalou, and that's going to be a loss back to the 34-yard line.
And Tonini was in there as well. He's called his name a couple times early. And then the big fella, Rob Rooks, pretty smart kid. He's got Yale and the other Ivy League schools that are interested in his services, along with UC Davis and Cal Poly and Boston College. Those are some smart guy schools.
Requires a high GPA.
Yeah, you doubled mine, and I'm still 3 points behind.
Monzo looking at 2nd and 11. Going to hand it off to the fullback. First guy through. That is a load to bring down, and positive yardage for the Tigers out to the 39-yard line, a gain of 5.
Yeah, I think that's Ram Lopez, 33.
That's some big boys down there. That's one thing Wasco said. Our size, it was a concern for St. Vincent de Paul, but the size of Wasco versus the speed of the Mustangs, that's the real contrast here too.
And the thing is the way that you neutralize the speed is you bunch everything up because you can't use that speed. If I can get hat on you and get you close, I can physically push you off the ball.
3rd down and 6. Here's a toss sweep. This is Lopez running left. He is, with a second effort, going to get within a yard of the first down marker at the 45, tackled at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, nice job getting in there, keep those feet moving, square the shoulders, and get behind that big offensive line. You see Israel Paniagua there, number 73. No heights and weights on the roster, but I'm going to guess he's about 6'5", 6'6", 290.
Yeah, that's a good guess. That's a good guess from here. Let's just say large.
Yeah.
The kid is large. 4th down and 1. And in this wing T offense, boy, the 4th and 1, this is where you're going to win a championship is on plays like this.
This is where you live.
From the 44-yard line, Monzo just going to keep it himself, plow forward, and he's got it. You're going to need that in this game, in those short yardage situations if you're Wasco and they pick up a first down out to the 48-yard line.
You're going to need it a lot. Manzo, only 36 carries on the season, but that was big. State championship game, call your own number.
This is a young Wasco squad. I mean, Monzo, a senior, but Hammy Lopez, who gets a ton of carries, just a sophomore. There are a lot of young players who make significant contributions on this Tigers roster. And taking their time as we come down to the 1-minute mark of the opening quarter. Manzo puts a man in motion, toss sweep, right-hand side, bouncing off a tackle into the secondary, down the field, a first down and more. Nice carry for Lopez. He's inside the 10, the 5, and tackled around the 3-yard line.
Well, that's what happens when you get past that first level. Immediately you're in the third level because the linebackers are all up, reading that inside run. You play it onto the outside, get a little hole, and there you see the result.
Officials are going to spot this at the 4, a first and goal situation for the Tigers after a gain of 48 yards. Monzo. Same thing again. Let's go to that right side. And a nice hit by St. Vincent De Paul at the point of attack. Wow.
Noor El-Balissi, 6'1", 270. Sticking his nose in there, 60 tackles on the year.
Well, tackle number 61 was emphatic.
That was big.
No gain.
But a lot of pain.
And I think Wasco is going to be content to send this to the other side of the field. We have hit the end of the first quarter. Well, Wasco knocking on the door, but St. Vincent De Paul is going to take the first quarter lead here, 7-0 after the first 12 minutes. You are watching the 6AA championship game at the CIF state level right here on the NFHS Network. We'll be back right after this. One quarter in the books, team switching sides. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Matt Hersema, who's got an update for us. Matt?
Including shirts, hoodies, hats, backpacks. Make sure you visit the CIF tent at the East End.
Up there, it's real physical down here on the football field. 3 fourth down attempts already. An exciting football game. We'll see if Wasco can punch it in here after that big-time run from Ramiro Lopez. Back to you guys.
And now we're set here on a second and goal situation, a handoff running left-hand side. Matt, thanks for that report. This is going to be a short gain to the 2-yard line, setting up third and goal. So a big third and goal here for Wasco, who's looking to at least get on the board, get that goose egg off in the early stages of the second quarter.
Yeah, here's a team that averages 21 points a game, but they give up 24. In their 5 losses, they gave up 35 a game.
Juju Granados bouncing around there in the backfield. Here is a handoff to him, and he's going to walk in for a score. A nice response by Wasco, who's going to go 65 yards down the field. Obviously, Lopez's 48-yard run, the big play, but they get a touchdown, and they're within an extra point of tying this one up. Nice response drive by the Tigers, Tony.
Very nice. That's what you have to do. You've been around this game a long time. They score. We don't want to give it back to them. We got to score.
Here's the extra point, and it's going to be blocked. Blocked by St. Vincent De Paul. So Wasco not able to tie it up. 7-6 the score, as that kick by Matthew Ocampo came in a little bit low, but a nice push by the special teams unit for St. Vincent De Paul.
Yeah, very nice. And now, the old cliche, does this come into play? Obviously, we'll learn that as this game evolves and moves into the later parts of it. But does that loom large?
Yeah, now it puts that 2-point conversion into play, and you're thinking immediately the next time you score if you're the Tigers.
Well, maybe not immediately, but, how's my offense doing? Are we moving the ball? Do we, can we stop them and then come down and get another touchdown? And I say, you always see it where guys they go for 2 and they miss. They go for 2 and they miss. And then at the end of the game, if you would have gone for one, you don't need a touchdown. All you got to do is kick a field goal.
So you're thinking, depending on the circumstances as they're playing out over the rest of the half, determine your thinking there.
I'm going for one because I don't want to be chasing more. But that's me.
Well, we'll see what the coaching staff elects to do. We'll see what their defense can do. Wasco often and almost all the time onside kicks, and they do there, and a nice job by the Mustangs to fall on it right at midfield.
Now, the big fella Rook says, you know what, I got skill, I got hands.
I love it when a guy wearing number 55 is on the hands team.
Yeah.
That says something about your linebacker there and your offensive lineman. It means you got a lot of good athletes is what you got.
Or maybe he's a basketball player, and in a school with 160 kids, everybody's got to play two sports or three.
He's the right tackle, and he's the power forward.
Yeah. He's the goalie on the lacrosse team and midfielder on the soccer team.
Casanovas on first down. Sets up. Pressure coming. He's going to be sacked. First sack of the game by the Tigers. Nice coverage downfield. Ram Lopez with the sack in the backfield.
Boy, I tell you what, though, Santos Barrios, the nose tackle, absolutely just pushed back the center for St. Vincent De Paul all the way into the backfield, right into Casanova.
Yeah, that was 5 yards, 6 yards into the backfield. Really almost showed no interest in getting to the quarterback, just blowing the play up.
Yeah, I'm just going to back you up.
Second down. Let's call it 13. The ball spotted just short of the 47-yard line. Casanovas. Again, here comes a screen pass underneath and deflected by Lopez. Boy, it's a great read by Lopez.
Try to run that little tunnel screen, slip screen, whatever you want to call it. Lopez sniffed that out. Did a really nice job just putting his hand up there and knocking the ball away. 3rd and a lot now for the Mustangs.
Now this is a passing offense that can pick up a 3rd and a lot if they need to. Casanovas coming into the game, almost 2,600 yards passing, 34 touchdowns to just 9 picks on the year. For this sophomore at 6'2", 190 pounds. Pretty remarkable. Trips to the far side, one to the near side. The back moves to his right in the backfield. Casanovas looking near side, throwing, looking, and the ball is going to be deflected away. Nickens, the intended target, and nice coverage downfield by the Wasco secondary.
And then we had a little difference of opinion here in the backfield with Catarelli
there, the running back?
and number 3 for Wasco, Granados. The white hat came over and said, hey, no more of that.
Well, nice coverage downfield by Isaiah Costa, who's now got 2 pass deflections in the game. The punting unit on for the Mustangs. This is Tyler Chalou. Chalou is going to play it off a hop. Punt to the far side of the field, well away from the punt return, and it is going to roll out of bounds around the 22-yard line. Nice kick by Chalou, and a long field in front of the Tigers.
But they don't care. You mentioned it earlier. You know, we'll go on a 22-play drive that takes up on an entire half of the game.
That drive of last week was almost as long as the Iliad. I mean, that was a saga.
Yeah.
They're going to actually spot at our officials at the 20.
I know who wrote the Iliad. Homer, and he also wrote the Odyssey.
That's right.
Yeah, somebody's got to give me credit for being smart.
We're dusting off some old English textbooks there, aren't we?
Maybe I ought to apply to one of those smart guy schools.
You and I should audit a class, and our IQ would immediately jump just being in the room.
Got it. No, yeah, exactly.
Tigers going right to left across your screen. With the ball on first down, they're going to toss sweep to the left-hand side. Stutter step move, a little bit of space, but not a lot there for Granados, who's going to be tackled out around the 22-yard line.
Really nice job by those linebackers scraping down. The thing with this offense is you have to be disciplined on defense. I've said it for years. The way, because you look at the old option, the wishbone, however you want to call it. I would always say to guys, practice without a football. Because if you practice without a football, I don't know who has it. I just run the action of everybody going everywhere, and then I get used to just going to where I need to be.
Here's a toss sweep running right this time, and a great short tackle by St. Vincent De Paul. That time on the carry, Mike Dominguez. No gain on the play.
Yeah, El Belissi did a nice job just reaching around and grabbing the running back by his shirt. But if you practice without a football, I'm not watching the ball. I'm watching my keys, and I'm watching where I'm supposed to be. And if somebody goes to where I am, I just tackle him.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, too, as well. In the whole 6th division, Sweetwater plays tomorrow against Colusa, and Sweetwater runs a shotgun double wing with double handoffs. So if you want the Division 6 has got a lot of this style of offense, as here's a toss sweep running right-hand side with a blocker in front, a big gain and a first down on a third down play out beyond the 40-yard line. We also have a penalty marker on the back end of that play.
I'm going to guess that we've got a hold downfield. But that's me.
Well, our official's going to talk this one over. The penalty is at the 35-yard line. And Wasco is walking backwards, which usually is a sign. And we've got illegal use of the hands against the Tigers. So this is a spot foul at the high school level. You won't go back to the original line of scrimmage, so Wasco will get third down again. But they will actually get a couple of yards on the play. The ball is going to be spotted at the 25-yard line.
I think it's a spot foul if it's beyond the line of scrimmage. Because remember, years ago, holding in the backfield was a spot foul. So if it's in the backfield, it's line of scrimmage. If it's downfield, it's spot.
So a couple of yards in Wasco's favor, and they're going to run this again. They're looking to throw for the first time in the game, and Monzo is going to be sacked.
Nice job by Oliphant coming in. 16 tackles for loss on the year. That's his 7th sack.
And now we have a timeout on the field as Monzo is tackled back at the 19-yard line. This is going to be a timeout called by St. Vincent De Paul. So that'll be their first charged timeout of the game. They've got 2 remaining here in the half. And Wasco, deep in their own end, Tony, inside their 20-yard line, this does seem to scream for a punt on a 4th and 12.
Well, it screams for it. It yells for it. We just got a fax for it. Punt the ball.
We went old school. We went new school.
Now,
it's on WhatsApp.
I don't know what that is. Years ago, I was doing a game. It was La Habra and Tustin. Myron Miller was the coach at Tustin. Frank Mazzata had a Denny's menu for a play chart. Myron Miller had a 3x5 card. The game was at Anaheim Stadium, so I'm trying to find the coach. Hey, coach, who's your long snapper? We don't have one. Who's your punter? We don't have one. Who's your kick? We don't kick. We don't punt. I said, so you're telling me that if it's 4th and 10 and you're at your own 5-yard line, he says, we're going for it. I said, okay.
He was following his analytics on that 3x5 card well before analytics were even a thing.
Wow.
Monzo is going to step back in what is a modified punt formation, not your traditional punt formation, but on the wing tee, he'll go about 7 deep.
Yeah, he's only about 7-8 yards deep.
Now, Jack Davis is the return man for the Mustangs. He's standing at the Tigers' 45-yard line. Monzo back at his 10 on 4th and 11 here.
And the Mustangs look to get very, very good field position here.
Monzo gets the punt away. This is a high kick, but returnable. Davis from the 48-yard line bounces to the outside, and he's going to be spun down at the 46. Nice punt coverage by Ram Lopez.
Yeah.
If he gets beyond Lopez, that's a big gain.
Forget it. You're down inside the red zone.
So a return of 2 yards, and the Mustangs will have the football for the second time in the game, Tony, starting the ball on the Wasco side of the football field.
In these situations, you have to capitalize with this field position. And if I do, then I'm putting this predominantly run-oriented team where outside of one big play, my defense has done a really good job bottling them up.
3 receivers to the far side of the field, the short side for Casanovas. On first down, he's going to keep it himself after a fake handoff to Catarelli. He's going to get a first down to the 35-yard line, a gain of 11.
Casanovas does run 772 yards on the season. He's got 12 rushing touchdowns. to go along with 34 passing. He's responsible for 46 touchdowns.
As a sophomore. It's remarkable. I mean, a 16-year-old kid out there. 2 years ago, he had a homeroom.
Yeah.
Now he's in a state championship football game.
And he can't even drive. He doesn't know what shaving cream is. Can't even get into an R-rated movie.
But, the responsibility on a lot of these younger players these days has been, kids have been stepping up across the board. We've seen it all season long at a variety of levels. Casanovas I formation this time, under center, takes the snap, handoff, and Catarelli is spun down in the backfield. And we're saying this kid's name a lot, but Ram Lopez, the senior, with another outstanding tackle.
Did a really nice job seeing the vacated spot by the offensive lineman. Then he just comes in, says, hey, nobody here. Oh, there's a running back. I got him. You see the shift? And then he just fills the hole and brings him down.
2nd down and 11. A beautiful evening here in Pasadena as the sun going down over the bleachers on the far side. 66 degrees at kickoff time. Couldn't ask for better weather. Casanova's out of the shotgun. Puts a man in motion. Here's a handoff. Catarelli is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, and I believe he ran into a wall, and that wall's name is E.J. Regalado. He ran into Regalado and just stopped dead in his tracks.
And Regalado said, yeah, okay. You want to do that again?
Boy, Regalado, he didn't even try to tackle him. He just stood there. It's like a basketball player who got picked by a screen he didn't know was coming.
It's like a 5'9", 180-pound guy getting screened by Shaq.
Gain of 1. That was a painful yard, though, for Catarelli. 3rd and 10. Catarelli's going to move to the right in the backfield next to Casanovas. And now we've got a whistle, and the Mustangs are going to call their second timeout as the coaching staff not liking their alignment there. And so the clock will stop with 5:40 to go here in the half. And what's the conversation going on in the huddle over there on the far side, Tony? What are you talking to your players about? What are you looking to run here?
I'm looking at what kind of coverage they're in and then how I can take advantage of it. And where is my read going to be? Who's going to be open? When you look at guys, you got to look for Jack Davis. 72 catches on the season. Antonini, 41 catches on the season. I got to look for one of those guys. We talked early in the broadcast about their speed and their athleticism. I want to get my guy the ball in space and let downfield a little bit moving forward so he can make something happen.
Well, and they've tried to target Ty Nickens a few times as well. Nickens not in the game at the moment, however. You got single coverage across the board, including Joseph Edwards locked up with Acosta on the near side. Wasco showing blitz. Now they're going to back out. Now we've got some movement. It looks like it's going to be a false start against the Mustangs. That is their first penalty of the football game. Only our third penalty overall. And 3rd and 10 turns into 3rd and 15.
Yeah, now it's 3rd and, okay, who called that play now?
Wasco's got to like defensively where they are right here. But maybe you don't have to get it all in one play if you're St. Vincent De Paul. If you get down to around the 35, 30-yard line on a 4th down, you might as well take a shot at it.
I do, and I've got one on. It looks like they're playing a zone over there at the top of the screen.
And a 5-receiver package for Casanovas this time. Looking left. Now he's going to try to tuck it away and run against this spread, and not a lot of running room.
Nope.
Gain of 2.
Well, he didn't even. What am I looking for? Didn't even hide it. It was just I got the ball. I didn't even make like I was going to throw, and he just took off.
Well, now the punt team is going to come on. Nice job by the Wasco defense, because you said it, Tony. You got to take advantage of these situations if you're the Mustangs when you get the ball on your opponent's side of the field, and the defense up to the challenge there. As Chalou on, just standing across midfield, gets the punt away. He's going to angle it away from the return team. And this is going to bounce in the Mustangs' favor out of bounds near the 15-yard line. So a nice bit of placement by Chalouse. Had 2 solid punts. And Wasco, with 4:54 to go in the half and all 3 of their timeouts, is going to start out at their own 15-yard line. Well, folks, if this is your first time subscribing to the NFHS Network, we welcome you. Your monthly pass gives you access to any game taking place on the network anywhere across the country, and that includes every football game at the state level. We're covering them all here on the NFHS Network this weekend. The games at Saddleback College blacked out in the LA area, but all games available everywhere across the country outside of that. And all the lower divisions at El Camino College and Pasadena City College available as well. This is a nice carry by Hammy Lopez. He's going to dive across the 20 out near the 22. Invite you to hang on to that pass, folks, for beyond these first 30 days as well. A lot of great basketball coverage coming your way on your home for high school sports, the NFHS Network.
22-yard line. There's the mark.
How long did it take you to memorize that?
A little bit of an ad lib. It's a full season's worth of coverage, Tony.
There you go.
Gain of 7 on that first down play. 2nd down and 3.
And again, they're in no hurry.
Yeah, are you surprised by that?
Yeah, I think maybe you want to go a little no huddle because you're predominantly running the ball, or that's all you're doing.
Yeah, just one attempt, and not even really an attempt at a pass, as Monzo was sacked. As here is a reverse, and it's going to be cut down in the backfield. Fantastic defensive play by Rob Rooks getting in there to blow that up as Mike Dominguez didn't even get out of the backfield, tackled back at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit fancy as we take a look at it. Coming at you, 1-2. Handoff just a little low right on the hip.
Well, and Rooks was the only guy who wasn't fooled. Everybody else was at the line of scrimmage trying to figure out where the ball was, and Rooks was knifing his way into the backfield.
That's why you don't try and figure out where the ball is. Just play your keys, and if the guy comes to you, just tackle him.
So now what was 2nd and 3 is 3rd and 9. And Monzo's going to step into the shotgun for the first time today. Takes a snap, and now we got a penalty marker from our back judge.
That may be a delay of game.
Or too many men on the field. Let's see. It is a delay.
Indication is delay of game against Wasco.
So now Wasco is going back to their 11. And now field position really becomes a concern if you're the Tigers.
Here comes 3rd down, 14.
See, now I know if I'm St. Vincent De Paul, I know they're going to throw. I'm pinning my ears back, and I'm coming. Now watch them run a draw and get 50 yards.
Well, the defensive line looks like they're salivating. Monzo takes a snap. He's going to hand it off. And this is going to be a positive gain close to the 20-yard line. Lopez with a carry. Gain of 9. But now 5 yards shy of a first down. And now do you punt here? I mean, boy, if you don't get this first down.
Yeah.
Really running a risk if you're Coach Martinez and you're not stepping into a punt formation here. Wow, Monzo's coming up to the line of scrimmage. Well, this is why Coach Martinez is on the sideline.
Unless he's trying to draw him off sides.
And that looks maybe what might be the case here. They do have timeouts they can use. And the clock is running, and they're going to spend a timeout. Good call, Tony.
Hey, you know what? I'm like a broken clock. I'm right twice a day.
Well, they were 5 yards away from a first down. If they'd gotten the offside penalty, they would have gotten that first down. But they're going to use their first timeout. That leaves 2 remaining for the Tigers. Well, folks, at halftime, Tony and I will step away for a few moments, come back with a NFHS Network halftime show, but we'll also have a conversation as we'll go back down on the field to Matt Hersema. He's going to grab the coach of the team that's leading at the break, find out why they've been successful so far here in the first half. Then we'll step away for a few moments, come back with a NFHS Network halftime show. I invite you to stay with us. Ball at the 20-yard line, 4th down and 5 for the Tigers with 2:16 to go in the half. St. Vincent De Paul's got 1 timeout left they can use. And Monzo is moving into that modified punt formation out of the wing tee.
You know, he's not back at all. I put some pressure on him.
He's going to punt it away. There was no one back to return this for St. Vincent De Paul. This is going to take a friendly Tigers roll inside the 40-yard line of the Mustangs and down to the 37. That's a great punt.
Near the 41-yard line. That's where St. Vincent De Paul will start.
43 yards off that bounce as well. But you're right. Monzo's so close to the line of scrimmage. If you put a little bit of pressure on, you might get a block.
I would. But nobody's asking me.
We don't have a direct connection down to the sidelines.
No.
Probably just as well for the coaching staff. They don't need us in there.
They don't want to hear me.
First and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 37. They've got 2:06 to work with and one timeout, leading 7-6. Casanovas has got a trips stack formation off the right tackle on the right-hand side. Now in motion goes Jack Davis to the far side. Casanovas going to play action fake and keep it himself, and he'll be ankle tackled and dive forward to the 38-yard line.
Nice job by, that is number 15.
Marco Purgis. Yeah, Purgis, that was just a grab a shoe and hang on for dear life. Gain of 1, second down and 9. And the Mustangs look content to take their time here.
I'd be going after it.
I was wondering if that's what that sigh was about.
I'm going. I'm getting the defense on their heels a little bit. I'm running my 2-minute offense.
Here's a handoff, running right. And cut down short of the 45-yard line is Catarelli.
Because if you're St. Vincent De Paul, if you score here, you get the ball coming into, to start the second half.
Here's a strong side right formation, and it's going to be a first down for the Mustangs to midfield. Coming down to the 1-minute mark. The clock will stop temporarily while they move the chains.
Jack Davis carries.
That was Jack Davis picking up 6.
Right to the midfield stripe, and that moves the chains.
It looks like we're going to have a timeout called as well. St. Vincent De Paul. That's their last timeout. So they've got 1:05 to go with the ball at midfield, and looked like they started to step up the tempo a little bit, Tony, but I'm surprised they didn't do it right out of the gate.
I would have. I would have been saying, look, we're calling 2 plays in the huddle. Whatever happens, we're going to go right away. We're going to go quick because strategically put something on the board here, get them on their heels a little bit, get the ball to start the second half. Maybe you can then get a 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah, boy, 2-possession lead in this game, especially in the second half, given how few touches each team has had. I mean, this is just the 8th possession of the game combined between the two squads. Those are going to be at a premium. And we haven't seen Chalou's foot yet. I mean, he looked pretty good on the extra point attempt, but field goal range for him, you probably need to get to at least the 20 to be comfortable. That'd be a 37-yarder from there.
Well, his long is 30 on the year. He's 3 for 3.
Casanovas with a back to his right, looking to throw on first down. Here comes the pressure. He's going to shake a tackler, now tuck it away to run, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield. A sack, the second one of the game for the Tigers.
Did a nice job avoiding the pressure to start, but then just couldn't find anybody downfield.
Yeah, it was Granados who got in the backfield first. Loss of about a yard and a half. Back to the officials are going to spot shy of the 49. We'll call it 2nd and 12. Here's a pass underneath Davis, the catch. He's going to be tackled at the 41-yard line. Now you got to hurry it up as you've got under 30 seconds to go if you're the Mustangs. Third down. No timeouts. Clock continues to wind. 20 seconds and counting. Casanovas looking to throw. He's going to roll left. Now he's going to toss short, and it's broken up.
Well, if he would have looked out there about 6 seconds ago, that was Davis standing there all alone, nobody around him.
Monzo with the deflection. And it's now 4th down and a yard, but really at this point with 9 seconds to go in the half, Tony, down in distance, almost immaterial here.
Yeah, very much so. So you throw something downfield, get out of bounds. But for Chalou, his long is 30, so that means you got to get the ball down to the 13-yard line.
Well, now the punting unit is on for St. Vincent De Paul. Boy, keep an eye on a fake here if you're the Tigers. Just in case. Chalou's going to take his time, punt it away. Staying away from it is Hammy Lopez. It's going to take a Tigers bounce, and that's going to wind down the time to the end of the half. Well, we got a half in the books. St. Vincent De Paul is going to lead at 7-6 at the end of the first half of play. And an interesting first half, Tony, and an interesting sequence of plays there towards the end of the half, and decisions by the Mustangs, but I may be content to go into the half with a lead and they get the ball first.
Yeah, so maybe that's the thinking. Hey, it is what it is. I'm not coaching. I'm just sitting up here with the headset on talking to you.
Well, we're going to have our sideline reporter, Matt Hersema, is going to corral our head coach from the St. Vincent De Paul Mustangs, trained Herzog, here in a moment, and that might be a question he asks him. But, I mean, on the one hand, for St. Vincent De Paul, you got to be comfortable considering you only had the ball for 4 possessions. Right. You're leading it by a point.
Yeah. All I got to do is outscore you by 1. Right.
That's right. Well, that is certainly what's happening down here right now, and Matt is at work getting to Coach Herzog, and let's toss it down to Matt right now, and he'll have a quick conversation with the coach of the Mustangs.
All right, I'm here with Coach Herzog. Coach, a 7-6 ball game. We got quite a fight on our hands. What were some positive things you saw from your team there in the first half?
I thought defensively, besides the big play we gave up down their sideline, we played really well, stopping the run game. They've only tried to throw it once or twice. We've been on that. Offensively, we've had the ball 4 times. We've got to do a better job. We've got to move the ball a little bit more. We had a few mistakes, a couple offsides, so we just got to limit the mistakes and continue to hold on to the football and not turn the ball over. That's the goal. We don't want to give them extra possession.
Really nice scramble from the quarterback there on your touchdown play, moving around, found a guy in the end zone. Real nice play. That was only touchdown for you guys, but you guys made your extra point block there, so things look good. He made a really nice play there for us.
Yeah, he's been doing that all season. He's had a heck of a season. He's a great quarterback, super athletic. So, that's Gabe Casanova's for you.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, in the second half, what would you like to see from your team here going forward?
They're going to onside kick here, so we got to make sure we get that kick to start the half, and then we got to score. We got to score points. We need at least 2 touchdowns in the second half to win this game.
Sounds good. Good luck. Back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Matt, and thanks to Coach Herzog as well as he takes a 7-6 lead into the break here on the NFHS Network. Well, we will step away for just a few moments, and then Tony and I will be back. We'll break down that first half for you and get you set for the second half of action. We are live at Pasadena City College at Robinson Stadium on a beautiful evening in Southern California. The 6AA championship game here at the CIF state level. 7-6, our score at the break. We'll be back right after this.
With great brands at the best prices at Academy Sports and Outdoors, you'll always find more fun. More of this, and more of this, and this. So you can do more of that, and that, and that, and definitely some of that. While getting together for more of that, and that. Yes! Have more fun with great brands at the best prices, only at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would happen. My family never thought it would happen. And then within 2.5 years, here I am.
He's actually a madman whenever it comes to playing on the sticks.
You know, he's going to be the first one that pursues this into an academic career.
Me getting an esports scholarship could show other students that it's possible for them too, as long as they put their mind to it and put some effort into it. Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would happen. My family never thought it would happen. And then within 2.5 years, here I am.
He's actually a madman whenever it comes to playing on the sticks.
You know, he's going to be the first one that pursues this into an academic career.
Me getting an esports scholarship could show other students that it's possible for them too, as long as they put their mind to it and put some effort into it. Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would happen. My family never thought it would happen. And then within 2.5 years, here I am.
He's actually a madman whenever it comes to playing on the sticks.
You know, he's going to be the first one that pursues this into an academic career.
Me getting an esports scholarship could show other students that it's possible for them too, as long as they put their mind to it and put some effort into it.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Halftime here at the 6AA championship game. 7-6 is our score. St. Vincent De Paul leading it over Wasco. Jeff Kurtz alongside Tony Moskal. Let's look at some of the first half stats and recap the scoring for you. And because we only have 13 points on the board, this scoring recap is going to be pretty quick, as St. Vincent De Paul got on the board first in the first quarter on a 9-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Gabe Casanovas to Jack Davis. That made it a 7-0 ball game. Wasco responded on the next drive. They went down the field and had a 2-yard run from Granados, but the blocked extra point is right now the difference in this football game. 7-6, your halftime score. 1 penalty for 5 yards for St. Vincent De Paul in the game, 3 for 25 for the Tigers. The Tigers with 3 first downs, St. Vincent De Paul with 4, and then St. Vincent De Paul 1 of 6 on third downs, but 2 of 2 on fourth. Meanwhile, for Wasco, 1 of 5 on third down, 1 of 2 on fourth down. No turnovers in the game. Wasco's got a couple of sacks. St. Vincent De Paul has 1. Tony, let's start with your just impressions from the first half of play. What did you see that you liked from both teams? Where did you see they could improve?
I liked both defenses. Both defenses did a really nice job getting a push. Outside of the one big play for Wasco, St. Vincent De Paul's defense was fantastic. I think what you've got to do is, I'm old, I love running the football. I think you got to maybe mix it up a little bit.
If you're Wasco.
Yeah. Keep it honest. Your little play action, hit your tight end. We used to call it a pop pass. Boom, here, go to the fullback. Just dump it because everybody's coming. It's not like you're throwing it deep downfield or anything. And then I think for St. Vincent De Paul, the run game was good, but you've got athletes. Get the ball to them in space. I'm not a big fan of just throwing it downfield. You got a good quarterback. Run some crossing routes. Confuse that defense. Get some guys moving in directions and stuff. Get your quarterback out of the pocket. Don't, with designed rollouts where you can use his athleticism, because when you look at it, he's rushed for 772 yards on the season. So, he's got some pretty decent feet. He can get out of there. So I would use his athleticism to get the ball out to my other athletes, and if nobody's there, just take it, keep it.
How much would you say, Tony, is that Casanovas' struggles in the first half were a function of the defensive line for Wasco?
Oh.
I mean, it looked like he would look downfield, but then you'd see a lot of black jerseys coming his way, and his eye level would shift from there to the guys immediately in front of him.
Yeah, because the guy that's immediately in front of me is going to hit me, and he wants to inflict massive amounts of pain on me.
Right. Self-preservation move.
Exactly. So I'm not going to, look at that, I got a guy wide open. Now this guy's going to kill me. Let me just get rid, that's why you got to get him out of the pocket a little bit, or shorten the routes. If they're going to get a push up on you, you can't be sitting back there having your guys run 15, 18-yard patterns. Shorten them. Quick slants. Little bubble screens. Just now the one tunnel screen they ran got deflected, but they had 3 guys out there. I'll go back to the one play. They had 3 guys out, and it looked like Wasco was in a zone. Just get it out there right away. Give it to your guys. Let the 2 guys block, run some interference. Let my athlete have the ball and go, because then it becomes a one-on-one matchup, and I'll take that if I'm Coach Herzog.
Well, and interestingly for Wasco, I mean, they're used to playing, just in the last couple of weeks, a game that looks like this and a game that turned into a 42-41 win they had over Bishop Union. So both extremes on the offensive and defensive spectrums. Right now, who would you say this game and the way it's being played, which team does that favor? Does that favor Wasco, St. Vincent De Paul, or still too close to tell?
I think both of them, it's a feeling out period too, where you talk to Coach Herzog, you've never seen that offense. Hey, let's talk about what we're doing well against it. We've seen that type of defense that they run, so what can we do? Let's adjust. Let's find some holes. What's worked? What do we think can work? And then let's go with that in the second half.
Well, and that's exactly what he was talking to Matt Hersema about just a few moments ago when we were able to catch up with Coach on the sideline. He said, I think our defense is playing very, very well, but our offense has not been as effective and as efficient as we'd like it to be.
Right, but then again, that could go back to, and I'm not blaming it, that could go back to play calling. It could go back to execution. It could go back to, the way that they're being defended. It could go back to the type of pressure that they're getting put on. You look at your quarterback, Casanovas, he's been under duress. He'll drop back, he'll get the ball, and he'll look, and then it'll be, I got to get out of here. And he's moving and going. Okay, so how do you fix your protection? Do you keep a running back in? Do you bring in one of those wide receivers? Do you chip somebody? You got to get him away from that pressure.
Meanwhile, for Wasco, Coach Chad Martinez emphasized in the pregame that and I've never heard this from any coach, even coaches that have run the wing tee for a long time, where they've been so specific on a piece of the offense that needed to work well. And that was the kick-out block from the fullback getting around the right side. And when we saw it was being effective was when they got around the right edge and there was nobody in front of the ball carrier. But it only happened a couple of times. St. Vincent De Paul was pretty good holding that edge.
Yeah, what's got to happen, though, is that you look at, are we playing straight ahead with our linemen? Are we slanting our linemen? If you slant into the play, that's better for you. If you're slanting away from the play, you're in trouble. What do I do with a kick out? Do I just – you got to stay. You got to squeeze that space down. If I see that, I don't want to turn my shoulders towards where I'm perpendicular to the line of scrimmage. I want to stay parallel because then I can run with the ball carrier as he tries to bounce outside. I can't let the guy get hands on me because if he does, now I'm really in trouble. But then I have to have my linebackers scraping down to help me once that hole opens up to come in and then make that tackle.
Well, St. Vincent De Paul starting to come back out on the field. Wasco as well. We're about almost 5.5 minutes away from the start of the second half. Tony and I are going to step away here for a moment on the NFHS Network halftime show. We'll come back and see if we can get Matt Hersema back as well. He was going to talk to Coach Chad Martinez of Wasco as he was coming out of the halftime locker room, see what insights he's able to gather. We'll be back right here on the NFHS Network.
With great brands at the best prices at Academy Sports and Outdoors, you'll always find more fun. More of this and this. And more of this and this. So you can do more of that. And that. And that. And definitely some of that. While getting together for more of that, and that. Yes! Have more fun with great brands at the best prices. Only at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would happen. My family never thought it would happen. And then within 2.5 years, here I am.
He's actually a madman whenever it comes to playing on the sticks.
You know, he's going to be the first one that pursues this into an academic career.
Me getting an esports scholarship could show other students that it's possible for them too, as long as they put their mind to it and put some effort into it.
Well, Matt Hersema has been hustling along that sideline, and he has grabbed Wasco head coach Chad Martinez for a quick chat before the start of the second half. Matt?
Coach Martinez, an exciting first half. 7-6, you guys trailed by 1, but it was real physical. What were some good things you'd like to see from the football team?
We're going to keep it on. We're making the plays we need to make defensively. We missed a couple big opportunities, but, those opportunities come up again.
And second half, you're starting up in a few minutes. What would you like to see from the football team?
For this game, we've been really good about finishing games in the playoffs, and it's really tight. They're a fantastic football team, and it'll be a tight game, and here we are. So we just got to make sure we finish.
It seems like you and everyone else is having a great time down here.
Yes,
great time. All right, congratulations and good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
You got it.
Thanks very much for that, Matt. Appreciate that. Appreciate both coaches. Yeah. And they're in the middle of a championship game, and they're spending a few minutes with us. It's really great. So we've heard from both coaches. We heard from Coach Herzog going out to the halftime. We heard from Coach Martinez coming back. And as we revisit our keys to the game and look at the start of the second half, St. Vincent De Paul to get the ball first. And Coach Herzog said, look, we've seen one kickoff from Wasco. It was an onside kick. They do that every time. He said, we're going to have to be very good in special teams. So far, they're 1 for 1. Now you got to keep that up, and the ball can bounce in a lot of funny ways.
Well, it's because it's not round.
That is true.
But the thing with the onside kick is, boy, you better have a lot of faith in your defense. And especially if I know it's coming. If I don't know it's coming, then, it adds that element of surprise.
Well, St. Vincent De Paul out on the field. They'll be going left to right across your screen. Wasco's kickoff team gathering around the coaching staff. We are 24 minutes away from a champion in 6-AA. Right now, the Mustangs hanging on to a 1-point advantage, 7-6, with an opportunity to go up by more here on the opening possession of the second half. And assuming they're able to cover this onside kick and Wasco elects to go that route, they should get good field position. They've had outstanding field position throughout the course of the first half. Twice have started drives on Wasco's side of the field. Their worst starting field position was on their last possession when they had the ball at their own 37-yard line.
Yeah.
That's saying something right there. 2 drives on your opponent's side of the field, and your worst field position is 63 yards away from the end zone, but yet only 7 points so far for the Mustangs.
Wasco to kick. St. Vincent De Paul to receive for the second half.
Wasco is about to tee it up at their own 35-yard line, but Matthew Ocampo was like, wait a minute, that doesn't feel right. They have been kicking from the 40 all year. Well, folks, a lot of great games taking place around the NFHS network this weekend. From Saddleback College, from El Camino College over in Torrance, and from Pasadena. Invite you to watch those all weekend long here on the NFHS network. Hard to believe that the winter season is wrapping up. We started this in the heat of August, and we're wrapping it up in.
Jeff, every year we count it down. When does football start? When does football start? And it just seems like it drags. Once you hit that first game and then you blink, it's
quick. Here's the kick, and they're going to go deep this time as Wasco. It's a live football. Back is going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. So Wasco changing it up a little bit. Now Campo goes deep, our first touchback of the game, and the Mustangs will start this drive at their own 20-yard line.
So let's see, did they make any adjustments? I suggested some. Maybe they didn't listen.
Well, we'll see what the coaching staff elects to do here for St. Vincent De Paul. As they have the ball, and they're going to go with a 4-receiver formation, 3 to the near side, where they've only got 2 defenders over here. So right now
you outnumber them, so just get the ball out here quick, and you're going to get 15 yards.
Casanovas, though, is going to hand it off to Catarelli, who's got a big gain on first down, and he's got another first down. He'll take it out beyond the 30-yard line near the 32.
Well, the safety, that third defensive back was read and run the whole time. So now does that change things up? Now play action, get him to freeze, get him to come up, and then throw the ball out.
Another running play again. Catarelli running left this time, and he's going to be stacked up right at the 35-yard line. Let's see, they're going to actually say the 34, gain of 2. But it looks like just through those first 2 plays, a new commitment to the run on the part of the Mustangs. And we have an injured Tiger down on the field, right at the point of the tackle. Didn't see who that was, but we have a stoppage of play and the training staff out for the Tigers. Well, I mean, it's hard to tell too much after 2 plays here in the second half, Tony, but is it maybe something where the coaching staff for the Mustangs thought maybe we got away from the run a little bit too much in the first half?
Sometimes, but you don't want to outthink yourself. What are we good at? Let's go with what we're good at. And then, until they stop it, let's not go away from it.
Catarelli, over 1,000 yards this year, averaging 8.5 per carry and over 100 per game, 6 touchdowns on the season. Meanwhile, the injured Tiger getting up, and that's number 53, Santos Barrios, the junior. Good to see him walking off the field at least. Hopefully nothing too serious. So Barrios will come off the field. Second down and 7. As they said, Catarelli on that first down run was tackled at the 31-yard line on that first play of the second half. I formation behind Casanovas. Strong side right, handoff to that right-hand side, and a nice head of steam for Catarelli. He's going to be close to a first down, tackled at the 40. He'll be a yard short.
Well, there's a term you haven't heard in about 20 years. I formation.
That's right. Less and less of that these days. Everyone's either mostly starting out of the shotgun. Strong side right formation. Here, a single back set, and it's going to be another first down on a third down play out near the 45-yard line.
I've seen more snaps from under center in this game than I have in the last 20 years.
It's amazing the evolution of the game of football, and especially as it's filtered down to the high school level.
But you know what? At the end of the day, what wins football games? Running the football effectively and playing good defense.
4-receiver set. Casanovas back to his right, 3 to the far side. He's going to fake it to Catarelli and keep it himself, and not a whole lot there.
Now, what needs to happen, number 54, C.J. Perez needs to stay on his block. Did a nice job kicking out the linebacker defensive end, but then he let him go, and that's the guy that made the tackle on Casanovas.
Nice job by the defensive line. No gain on the play. Second down and 10. This defensive line for Wasco has had a good football game so far. Another I formation again, this time strong side left. Here's a handoff. Davis is with the ball, and he's going to take it to the Wasco side of the football field, tackled around the 48.
And what you're doing is you are controlling the clock right now. You're giving Wasco a little dose of their own medicine. How many possessions did we have in the first half? Okay, if I can go up a score.
Here's a toss sweep right on third down, and Catarelli's got a first down, and he's going to step out shy of the 35-yard line.
My thinking here, Jeff, is that if I'm St. Vincent De Paul, I score. My defense has done a good job. I hold them. I keep working clock. I keep eating clock. It keeps moving and moving and moving. Now I'm shortening the game.
Well, the ball at the 36-yard line. Fresh set of downs for St. Vincent De Paul. Trips to the far side. One back in the backfield. One receiver to the near side is Joseph Edwards. Here's a handoff. Catarelli running left, and a nice job getting into the backfield by Lopez to make the tackle at the line of scrimmage.
That's what stops the run game is penetration. You get into the backfield, guess what? Running back's got nowhere to go because now he's got to contend with the offensive lineman I push back there and me trying to make the tackle.
Second down and 10. Opening drive of the second half. Catarelli's going to send Ty Nickens as the lone receiver to the far side of the field.
So once again, it sets up over here where you've got a 3-on-2.
And they're looking to this near side. It's a wide receiver screen. That pass is going to be caught by Chalou, who's going to be tackled out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Boy, consider Lopez once again on the tackle. It's incredible. I mean, you got a 3-on-2 over there that yet Wasco's still able to make the play.
They got there quickly, yeah. But when you look at it, I got 9 yards.
Another third down, and this time a quick running play, and Wasco is ready for it. Rapidly up to the line of scrimmage where the Mustangs snapping the football. It's going to be close to a first down, but short by a yard, it looks like. And a fourth down coming up, 4th and 1 from the 27-yard line. Big play coming up here in the early stages of the third quarter. Casanovas was over at the sideline for a long conversation. Now quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Strong side right formation. Here is a handoff. It is going to be enough for a first down. They needed to get to the 26-yard line, and they got down to the 24.
Yep.
And now the Mustangs are 3 out of 3 on fourth down conversions in this football game. And, Tony, they've had as many first downs on this possession as they had the entire first half.
That's what you want to do is, look, we've already eaten 5 minutes off the clock.
It really is. You're right. It's a taste of what Wasco's been dishing out all year long to teams.
I'm going to move away from you so this big hole isn't in my way. I need to talk to the builder here.
There is a post in this press box. We're working around it, folks. Here is a handoff. Catarelli running left, a quick stiff arm. He's going to duck his shoulders and dive forward right around the 20-yard line. Actually going to spot him down at the 21 for a gain of 3.
I think if he stays outside, he's got a lot more room to go.
Yeah, he cut back a little bit early. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Folks, we understand we might be having a little bit of a video issue. We apologize for that. Our team is working to correct it. We'll keep the play-by-play going here for you as Casanovas is out of the shotgun. He's going to roll right. Here's the first rollout he's had. Throwing across the middle, and the pass is caught for a touchdown.
I think it's Catarelli.
What a pass play. 21 yards. And, Tony, you said at the halftime break he needs to start rolling him out, and he rolled him out there, and they connect for the first time on that play.
Don't tell people I was right.
We don't want to let it go to your head.
No. Well, there's nothing up there anyway, so.
Nice possession by the Mustangs. Here's the extra point try. Chalou is going to have it blocked. We've had 3 PATs in this game. 2 of them have been rejected. Return to sender. 13-6 is the score. A little bit of a glimmer of hope there for Wasco at the end of that by getting the blocked extra point. But a fantastic drive by the Mustangs. They go 80 yards and take up almost a full 6 minutes for their second score of the game. Impressive drive.
Very. Mostly done on the ground.
Yeah, a little more emphasis on the ground game from St. Vincent De Paul. And then when they needed a pass play, they got a nice one across the middle for 21 yards and a score. So now Wasco, who had a great response the first time,
right
St.
away,
Vincent De Paul scored, is going to need to dial something up similar here. Chalou on to kick.
6:01 third quarter. Everybody up for the kickoff.
Chalou puts the ball on the ground. This is returnable if the Tigers elect to do so, and they pick it up at the 24-yard line. They're going to take it out for a couple of yards to the 26 on the return. That was Elijah Gonzalez returning it for 2 yards. And Wasco's offense comes back out onto the field. It has been a long time since the Wasco offense was out on the field, just literal time. I mean, they had St. Vincent de Paul had the ball last to end the half. They had the ball first. We had an 18-minute intermission in between. I mean, it's been a good 30 to 45 minutes since the Wasco offense was out on the field.
Crazy to think.
Yeah, it's a lot of time. We'll see how they do here on their first possession of the second half. Monzo back out there. He's under center. He's going to put a man in motion, and then the handoff up the middle is going to be positive yardage for the Tigers out to the 30-yard line for a pickup of 4.
Edwards, nice job sticking his nose in there.
This is what Coach Martinez wanted, though. He said, we've got to get 4 yards at a crack. That has got to be how we do this. Second down and 6. Tigers once again taking up a lot of the play clock here too. Toss sweep running left-hand side, cutting back against the grain. Nice job with the back pedal by Hammy Lopez to pick up the first down.
Well, it was also a really nice job by number 8, Jack Davis, to push that back to the inside. And then Lopez on his own got all those extra yards.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get stopped once they forced him back to the interior, but he picks up 9 out to the 39-yard line. Boy, that drive by St. Vincent de Paul, I mentioned it. They had 4 first downs in the first half. They had 4 on that drive alone. Right now the Tigers looking to replicate something similar. They're going to go right up the middle. That's 4 yards out to maybe make it 5 out to the 44-yard line. That time it was Granados on the carry.
Well, 4 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards.
That's all you need.
A lot of these players go both ways. So conditioning may be a factor as this game inches closer to 8 minutes already gone in the third quarter.
Now, this is the 15th game of the year for these two teams. Here's a handoff up the middle. Monzo's going to join in for a bit of a push, pushing that pile forward out to the 48-yard line. Granados again on the carry. They're going to spot him a yard short of a first down. Boy, you've seen that more, too. It used to be the quarterback would hand the ball off, and then you get out of the way.
Get out of the way,
but
yeah.
Now they're joining in. I think the Philadelphia Eagles have inspired some quarterbacks.
Well, I don't want my quarterback getting in there.
Monzo's going to keep it himself. He wants to stay right in the middle of this, and he's going to pick up a first down as the pile pushes into Mustang territory at the 48-yard line.
You see it a lot, and Ed Croson at Chaminade High School, when he would run that power, his trademark power pitch, quarterback just pitches it, man, he just gets right out in front and lead blocks like he's a fullback.
Yeah, you see, I've seen that more here in the last few weeks with a lot of these offenses. The ball at the Mustang 48. This possession started at the 26-yard line of the Tigers. Toss sweep running left. Nice second effort after getting hit at about the 46-yard line. Finally, the tackle is going to be made at the 43. Lopez, I don't even think he thought he was still down.
No.
He was still going.
Well, you play to the whistle. That's what you teach. Go to the whistle. If you don't hear the whistle, don't stop.
Gain of 5 yards by Lopez.
Second down and 5. Less than 3 minutes, third quarter.
Well, we were kind of half joking, Tony, about how if you had dinner reservations at 6, you might be in good shape. But
No,
we're moving along here.
You'll be fine.
Here's a toss to the right-hand side this time. As on the carry is Pappas Marquez. Marquez is going to cut up field for short yardage to the 42. And that'll set up a 3rd and 4 situation for the Tigers. That's Marquez's first carry.
I was going to say, I've got him on my sheet, but don't have any stats for him. But that 63 carries on the year.
Yeah. Marquez came out limping a little bit as well after that play. 3rd and 4. Big 3rd down for Wasco. Got to think if they don't get it here, they're going to go for it on 4th. Here's a toss sweep running left, breaking a tackle. Dominguez at the line of scrimmage. Second effort is going to move the ball down to the 39-yard line where he will be a yard short.
Yeah, you're going for it here.
Yes. I mean, they've already been successful on a 4th and 1 play earlier in the game. They're 1 out of 2 on 4th down so far, the Tigers.
I give my big guy the ball, Ram Lopez, and say, give me a first down.
Monzo is jogging out to the huddle. Now he's going to come back and talk to his offensive coordinator.
You can't give it to Lopez because he's coming off the field.
Lopez out of the game at the moment. Maybe Hammy Lopez will be the guy. Boy, they may have to call, and they're going to call a timeout. They were ticking that clock down. That play clock was under 5 seconds left, and so Wasco is going to use their first timeout. That'll stop the clock with 1:05 to go in the third quarter. But an important play here, and I don't fault Wasco for using a timeout.
Look, because possessions are limited in this type of a game, this style of game, I need to make sure that I've got the right people on the field and that we have the right play called, because I don't want to give them the ball back with basically a quarter left where they just ate up 8 minutes of a quarter and they score. Now I've got 3 minutes left to score 2 touchdowns.
St. Vincent De Paul's drive was 5 minutes and 59 seconds. Right now,
let's call it 6
minutes. Yeah, let's round up, huh? 6 minutes? Well, Wasco's working on 5 right now, and they're with a big 4th and 1 at the Mustang 39-yard line. 13-6 game.
Here's where I get a little bit risky just because I'm that guy. Little play action, tight end.
Boy, that would be a great call right here, too.
But you see, look, they got 4 guys back, so maybe it doesn't work. All you need is 1. Give it to the fullback.
This time the quarterback's going to keep it. Monzo's done that once, and it looks like he's got enough. Wasco's signaling first down. The officials
are the only ones that matter.
Yep. This is going to be really close. Really close.
He may be
We're going to have we might have a measurement here.
Well, if everybody would get out of our way, we could maybe see it a little bit better.
This is going to be an interesting spot of the football. I thought Monzo might have gotten a little bit further, but the officials are spotting that just short of the 43, and the marker is just short of the 43. We got a good look here on your screen. Boy, that chain link. Everyone's got an eye on this. Stadium very quiet right now.
They're short.
They come up short by about the nose of the football. St. Vincent De Paul gets the ball back, a turnover on downs. And the Mustangs with it at their own 39-yard line. Well, this is a huge opportunity for St. Vincent De Paul.
Oh, yeah.
They get the stop. They've got a little momentum. They're going to go 4 wide, 2 to either side. Casanova's going to hand it off out of the spread. Cattarelli, a nice gain on first down across the 45 out near the 47-yard line.
Well, I like it. What you're doing is you're spreading everybody out, getting those linebackers to think that you're going to throw the ball. You got a safety back. I got to beat one guy if I'm Cattarelli, and he's been doing that on that play several times tonight.
Second down and short. Boy, the playbook could really open up here if you're St. Vincent De Paul. Cattarelli's going to move to the left on a second and short situation. Casanova's going to fake it to his running back, keep it himself, bounces to the outside. Nice stutter step move. He's got a first down and more down the sideline. He'll be pushed out of bounds around the 35.
Really nice job by, you mentioned it earlier, the sophomore.
Yeah, Casanovas, that's the best run he's had. He looked more confident on that particular play than I've seen him the entire time running the football.
And the thing is that his vision, he hit the hole, he bounced. He saw somebody there, had a good block on the outside. He saw that, read that well, cut out on the outside of it, and kept moving upfield.
The ball at the 36-yard line. He ran out of bounds. That stopped the clock. Casanova's going to go I formation again, this time strong side left. Now they're going to shift around and go strong side right. Wasco's defensive line shifts to a matchup with that. Run to the right side, up the middle. Cattarelli in the secondary. He's got a first down inside the 20, and the Mustangs are in the red zone.
And that will probably end the third quarter. 8 seconds left.
Yeah, they're moving the chains, and St. Vincent De Paul heading to the sideline, and the coaching staff over there fired up. They like the blocks they're seeing. They like that they're in front by 7. They like they're on the move. They are 12 minutes away from a Division 6 AA championship. Will they get it done? We'll find out when we come back here on the NFHS Network. Start of the fourth quarter at Pasadena City College. Mustangs in the red zone on first down. Cattarelli's going to try to bounce to the outside, cut upfield. He will be stopped inside the 15-yard line at the 14 for a gain of 4. Jeff Kurtz alongside Tony Moskal. Tony, big series of plays coming up here for St. Vincent De Paul.
Well, for Wasco as well, because if you don't hold them, you're rowing a boat uphill, and the current's going against you. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Right, look, we can mix our metaphors. That's totally great. It certainly covers what Wasco is facing right here.
Or it's a big uphill climb.
4 receivers set for the Mustangs. Cattarelli stays in the game.
And you look at it, they got 4 down linemen, 2 interior guys. I outnumber you there, just running right up the middle.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. Cattarelli the carry as Wasco having to spy on the quarterback Casanovas as well to respect that fake. It is short of a first down, but not by much. Looks like it's going to set up a 3rd and 1. The ball is spotted at the 10-yard line. Need to get almost to the 8, but not all the way to the 8 if you're St. Vincent De Paul. Strong side right formation here in this I formation for St. Vincent De Paul. Casanovas takes a snap, handoff. Nice cut. That's a first down. 1st and goal set up down near the 5.
If it ain't broke, don't break it and try and fix it. because the running game for the Mustangs is on point right now.
It is. Here's another handoff running right. This is Davis, and Davis is going to get in.
3, 2, 1, touchdown Mustang.
The Mustangs extend their lead here in the fourth quarter with 10:18 to play. Davis on the carry. He takes it in from 5 yards out.
And that's just using that offensive line, getting behind the big guy, Robert Rook, 6'2", 255, and El Belissi at 6'1", 270.
2 possessions here in the second half, Tony, for St. Vincent De Paul. 2 scores. And here's the extra point try, the kick on the way, and it is good. It is a 20-6 game. Boy, the ball control here from St. Vincent De Paul was not something their coaching staff was emphasizing, but they have controlled possession here in the second half.
Yeah, it's so important because if you don't have it, you can't score. And if I have it and I'm doing productive things with it, that bodes well for me as the game continues to move along. And now you're looking at being up 14 points.
And now Wasco, who is outstanding at ball control, is in a situation where ball control becomes their enemy as opposed to their friend.
Unless you can break off a couple of big runs, then get a stop on defense or get an onside kick.
Now they've got one long run in this game, a 48-yarder, but that's been it. Most everything else has been in the 5 yards or less category, and that's the concerning part for Coach Martinez. He's looking to get between 4 to 6 a carry, but they've been averaging a lot less than that on the bulk of their runs. Here's the kick by Chalou on the ground. It is going to roll and be grabbed as the return man is running out of bounds.
You just lost 15 yards there.
Gonzalez picked it up at the 21-yard line. That was good pursuit by St. Vincent De Paul. I think maybe Gonzalez felt pressured, like I can't afford to see if this is going to bounce out or not.
It looked like it was going out of bounds, and you'd have had a ball that had the ball out a little bit farther.
I would have put it at the 35. Yep. Instead, you're back at your 20. So a long road in front of Wasco, both on this possession and in the game, trailing by 14 points with 10:17 to play. Monzo walks his team up to the line of scrimmage. He's going to start in the shotgun with a back to his left. Here's a handoff, and right into the teeth of this Mustang defense. Not much there. A gain of a yard.
To about the line of scrimmage, maybe a little more.
Yeah, maybe a yard.
Looks like the officials are going to spot at the 21-yard line. Dominguez on the carry.
It's a gain of 1, second down and 9.
Boy, you wonder when the Wasco coaching staff starts to step up the tempo a little bit. I mean, Monzo has been, if this kid was wearing a Fitbit, he is getting some miles.
Yeah, he's getting his steps in. I need to give him my phone.
He runs to the sideline for the play call on every play and then jogs back out there.
Jeff, I've never understood that. Why not, if you're that kind of team, why not shuttle the plays in with your wide receivers or hand signal them in?
And now you're going to have a timeout called by Wasco because with 9:27 to go.
It took so much time to get that play in.
Yeah, and that's what happened. That's the second timeout that Wasco's had to use here in the second half. The first one, Monzo was starting to go back to the field. They called him back to the sideline, and by the time he got his team up to the line of scrimmage, they were under the 5 count left on the play clock.
Yeah, and that's one of the things where don't bring him back, just yell the play. Like if I yell my play, you don't know what it is. My terminology is different than yours. What do you know? I'm calling out a bunch of weird things that nobody knows.
Well, now instead you're down to your final timeout if you're the Tigers. And while there's still a lot of time left in this game, you never know when that timeout, you're going to wish you had that one back. The first timeout they called on that 4th and 1 situation, so they would avoid getting the delay of game and put them in a 4th and 6.
Which was a smart,
Yes. But now here, Dominguez is going to be the back in the backfield. Hammy Lopez is the wing to the right-hand side. Dominguez is the deep back. 2nd down and 1. Now that's Granados in motion. They're looking to throw, and the second sack of the game by the Mustangs. This time getting into the backfield was Jack Oliphant.
There to greet him for the sack.
And now it's a 3rd and long situation for Wasco.
On the season, 105 tackles for loss and 40 sacks. That one was huge. And here's the other number that jumps out at me. 25 interceptions for this team. So now you're in a passing situation. Now you've got 25 picks on the year, which is almost, 2 per game when you look at the obviously the math, the number of games. Boy, I'm coming after him, and I'm going to look to pick off a pass.
3rd down and 17. Monzo in the shotgun. He's going to keep it on the ground, running right, and the side is quickly collapsed by the defensive front of the Mustangs. What a great play, no gain.
Well, once again, Rob Rooks.
Rob Rooks is a one-man wrecking crew out there on the edge for St. Vincent De Paul. 4th down. Coming down to the 8-minute mark of the 4th quarter.
Well, you can't go for it here. The PA guys are over here saying you can't go for it, and I agree with them. You can't go for this. You have to punt the ball and rely on your defense.
Monzo is stepping up in that modified punt formation, and he's going to quick kick this one away. No one back to receive it. It is going to take a Wasco bounce and roll past midfield to the 49-yard line of the Mustangs.
I still don't know how they don't block a kick. But he's 7 yards deep. By the time he catches the ball and moves up, he's 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. If I'm 6'3", and I'm not, I just put my hands up and jump.
Wasco's defense needs a big play here, Tony.
Yep.
They need to force a turnover of some type. And they've had a couple of opportunities. They've had 2 pass deflections in this game that could have been intercepted. St. Vincent De Paul wanted to hold on to the football, treat every possession as precious. They have yet to turn the ball over. No turnovers in the game for either team. On 1st down, Casanova's going to hand it off. This is Davis. He's going to take it to the Wasco side of the field to the 48-yard line for a gain of 3. This could be a championship-defining drive for St. Vincent De Paul.
You are 100% correct. Because if I eat the clock and I score, or if I just eat the clock, if I hold on to the ball for 3 minutes,
boy, going up 3 scores here, Wasco will be devastating for their offense, which has scored just once in this game. Here's the snap, handoff, stutter step move, good penetration by the defensive front of the Tigers. That's going to be a loss. Dominguez in on the tackle, along with Robledo as well.
Well, here you go. Now, this is what you needed your defense to do. 3rd down, about 8 to go.
St. Vincent De Paul has been much more effective on 3rd down here in the second half. They were 1 of 5 in the first half, but right now they're 3 of 5 here in the second half. Here's the snap. They're going to toss it to Davis on a little fake sweep, and he's going to run to the right-hand side and pick up the 1st down inside the 40-yard line. What a great time to dial up that play.
Really nice job of blocking by the right side of that offensive line, too. Here we go. Just a little fly sweep. Number 50, Armijo gets, not Armijo, I'm sorry. Gillespie gets out there.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. Boy, you have the tailback going to the left. You send Davis to the right. This is a little more traditional. It's going to be a short yardage play down to the 34-yard line, a gain of 2. Davis on the carry. But again, here, boy, if you're St. Vincent De Paul, it almost benefits you to have those short gains, Tony. You get to hang on to the ball longer.
Yeah, I don't need long gains. Give me 3 yards every time.
And really use a lot of the play clock here. Wasco's down to their final timeout.
Well, you're going to tell your quarterback, Casanovas, hey, look at the back, Judge. When his hand goes up, you got 5 seconds. So be aware of that. Work up, because in high school football, there are no play clocks in the end zone. Hand is up, snap the ball.
Casanovas uses the entire clock, gets it off in time, handoff running left, and this is Catarelli, who's going to be stopped at the 31-yard line, and he landed hard at the end of that play. Gain of 3 yards, 3rd down and 5. And the scoreboard clock is to Casanova's back, but he's quickly up to the line of scrimmage here under 5 minutes to go. 3rd and 5. Now he's going to look to the sideline.
Yep. Smart. And those defensive linemen are in that stance for a long time.
Casanovas takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself right up the middle. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 15, down around the 10-yard line. This has just been a different-looking offense for St. Vincent De Paul in the second half. When Coach Herzog told our team that at halftime we need to be more effective offensively, boy, they turned it around in the locker room.
Approaching 4 minutes to play.
They're in the red zone at the 11. They're now 6 of 12 on 3rd down. They're 3 of 3 on 4th down. They've got 13 first downs in the game, 9 in the second half, and they've scored every time they've touched the ball. Strong side right formation, handoff right side. This is Davis. Davis is going to get down near the 5-yard line where he'll be stopped.
Just get behind the big guys and go.
Gain of 5 on that one, Tony. Coming down to the 3:30 mark in this football game.
Yeah, you're in no hurry. Worst thing that can happen here, there are a couple bad things, but scoring-wise, get a field goal out of it.
One back in the backfield behind Casanovas, who's staring right at that back judge. He's got under 5 seconds now. He's going to hand it off. Davis running right. He is going to be stopped at about the 4-yard line, maybe. They're going to give him a yard to the 5. Setting up another 3rd down.
And you're okay with that?
You absolutely are. I mean, you get to run another 30-plus seconds off the clock. 3rd down and 4.
And what I may do here is, if I'm Coach Herzog, I may do one of those quarterback keepers. Just fake it and have my guy just take it off the end.
He's got 4 receivers, 2 to either side, stepping into the shotgun formation with a back to his right. Casanovas takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, running to the right-hand side. He's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. 3 possessions in the second half for the Mustangs, 3 scores.
Well, they've been running that play, and it's like I said, just fake it. Everybody goes that way. Just give it to your quarterback. He's got almost 800 yards on the year rushing.
The sophomore with his second rushing touchdown, his first rushing touchdown of the game. He's got 2 passing touchdowns to go along with that. 36 passing touchdowns on the year. As here's the extra point try from Chalou. It is a low line drive kick, but it is good. You got those 36 passing touchdowns to go along with his rushing touchdowns as well. 13 of those. 49 touchdowns this season for Casanovas. Remarkable.
That's a lot. It's efficient. He's a complete player.
Well, credit to the coaching staff for St. Vincent De Paul for making the necessary adjustments they needed to make, Tony, at halftime to get them 3 scores on 3 possessions here in the second half. Here's a kickoff for St. Vincent De Paul, who is 2 minutes and 21 seconds away from a 6-AA championship. Here's a short kick. Wasco with an opportunity to return is going to fall on it at the 29-yard line. Just remarkable walking in that Wasco was really the team that was known for the ball control, and it's been St. Vincent De Paul in the second half that's been getting it done.
Yeah, very efficient. Very, very good job methodically just running the ball, dominating the line of scrimmage, and picking up positive yards. I don't recall a negative run play for St. Vincent De Paul this entire second half.
Well, now they've got their work cut out for them here, down 27-6 with 2:21 to go. This is going to be a tall task has gotten Herculean here for the Tigers. They've got one timeout. They need a lot to happen very quickly in their favor. Here's a toss right side for Dominguez. Dominguez gets into the backfield. He's going to get a nice gain across the 30 out to the 37-yard line, but time is a factor. Actually going to spot at the 38 for a gain of 8 yards. That's the longest carry for Dominguez in the game. Make that 9 yards on the carry. Well, and Wasco is huddling up, folks, so that should be an indicator. And they're walking up to the line of scrimmage as well.
Well, the average margin of victory in their losses has been about 32 points. And when they lost this year, it was big. They lost to South Bakersfield 32-8. Tehachapi beat them by 20. Golden Valley of Bakersfield. Kennedy of Delano beat them 42-0. 49-6 lost to Shafter. So when they lose, they've won a lot of close ones, but it seems when they lose, the other team just gets the best of them.
Well, Coach Martinez said when I asked him, did you think at the beginning of the year that you would be in this spot going in? And he said, I'm not surprised, but this is a young group. I think the future is bright in front of us, regardless of the outcome of today's game. And it's going to be a tough one for Wasco, who's going to finish the year 9-6. But what an outstanding season for St. Vincent De Paul, who will finish the year 13-2, get their second North Coast section title in 3 years. They've won one in Division 7 in the North Coast section, Division 6, and now they're going to win a 6-AA championship at the state level. It's been quite a run for head coach Trent Herzog and his coaching staff and these players in this program.
Well, 6th year, nothing but a lot of success for them.
Here is a toss to the right-hand side. Dominguez is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and that may just about do it here, folks, for this first game of 5 this weekend at Pasadena City College. What a performance by St. Vincent De Paul in the second half. They had a 7-6 lead at the break, and 27-6 is the final. Folks, we're going to step away here on the NFHS Network for just a few moments. Come back with the NFHS Network postgame show. Tony and I will name our player of the game from the winning team. We'll have an awards ceremony out on the field. Maybe we can even grab another interview with Coach Herzog if we are so lucky. We will see. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back. The 6AA championship belongs to the Mustangs. You're watching this on the NFHS Network.
I just wanted to take a minute to thank you for all that you do officiating high school football.
What you do matters, and what you do is important for our student athletes.
Without you and what you do, it's just practice.
I know you've worked hard in your preparation this offseason, and now it's game time.
Go out there and call them like you see them.
Embrace the grind.
And the biggest thing of all is to have fun.
Please, stay safe, have a great season, and we'll all be watching.
down and fourth down, they attempted, Tony, all the way through. They come away with a 27-6 win here over the Wasco Tigers.
The adjustments worked. And you know, you feel a team out in the first half. You come back and you say, hey, we're going to do this. And it worked to a T. You mentioned it, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. You can't get much more efficient than that. And they ate clock.
A lot of clock. And then limited the Tigers on third down in particular, as Wasco finishes 1 of 3 on fourth down and 2 of 8 on third, with just 6 first downs in the entire game, 3 in each half, and then no points in the second half.
And you're talking about a team that runs the ball effectively. And, you know, coming into this game, they had 3,500 yards rushing. That's insane. You take a look at it, 253 yards a game. Man, they were held well below that tonight.
Yeah, credit the St. Vincent De Paul defense for just an outstanding effort all game long. But let's look at our player of the game from the winning team as St. Vincent De Paul getting their 6AA trophy down below. They are 13-2. That's how they will wrap up their season. And our player of the game from the winning team was sophomore quarterback Gabe Casanovas, who had 2 passing touchdowns in the game, a rushing touchdown as well. Tony, just an outstanding performance for a kid who is just a sophomore. He's got 2 more years to go here with this program, and what more noise can he make when he had a season where he threw for 36 touchdown passes and ran for another 13?
Well, son, what are you going to do next year?
Exactly. What's your follow-up act?
Oh, and then you got another year after that.
I know. This as we go into sequels here with St. Vincent De Paul, it'll be interesting to see. But you've got a powerhouse program in the North Coast section that has been in 3 straight North Coast section championship games. They've won 2 of them. They've now added a state title. Their first time here in the championship game at the state level, and they come away with a win. A great piece of hardware that they're going to be able to add to the trophy case at St. Vincent De Paul. For Trent Herzog and his squad, just a very balanced effort all season, and it culminated in a balanced performance here tonight.
It really did, and that's what you want, because you don't want to change a lot going into a championship game. And I've asked a lot of coaches this question, hey, what are you looking to do? We're just going to do what we do. We're going to run the football. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And whatever the game plan is, you don't want to divert from it. And they did not divert from it. You looked at them this year, they were 58% run, 42% pass. They were probably more like 70% run tonight, but it was effective because you were getting 4 or 5 yards a pop. Why go away from it?
Well, and as you look at the numbers for St. Vincent De Paul this evening, I just marvel at the second half efficiency was so good. So good. I mean, the adjustments they made were going a little more heavy on the run game, but they changed up some of their formations as well. And Casanovas certainly looked more confident running the football in the second half. In the first half, he almost seemed tentative in terms of where he wanted to go with the ball after he did the fake.
Because he was in the pocket. When you get him out of the pocket, he's more comfortable because he doesn't have these big guys coming coming in his face. He got out of the pocket. He made things happen. And guess what? You kept drives alive, converted on 3rd and 4th down, and there you go. You keep the drive alive, you get the ball in the end zone, you're going to win football games.
Well, folks, we'll continue here on the NFHS Network post-game show in just a few moments. Stay with us. Congratulations to St. Vincent De Paul. They are your champion in 6AA. We'll be back right after this.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back here on the NFHS Network, Jeff Kurtz alongside Tony Moskal, wrapping up our coverage here from the 6AA championship game. More great football coming your way here on the NFHS Network. The 8 o'clock game scheduled to kick off at that time, but we got games at Saddleback and the other game going on at El Camino Community College as well that you can follow. Tony, just a fantastic job by St. Vincent De Paul tonight. Congratulations. I mean, there's so much work that goes into getting a team to even get to this type of a game. And then I know for Wasco, it's very disappointing, as you could see on your screen. They were down to our left-hand side here a few moments ago. And for St. Vincent de Paul, a lot of elation. But both teams have to walk away from this going, hey, that we even made it here is pretty remarkable.
You're playing on the last weekend of the season. It's a successful season. And even if you're Wasco and you lose, hey, guys, we won a CIF championship. We're celebrating our season this year. We're going to hang a banner in the gym or, wherever they hang them at their school. I don't know. But we're going to put a trophy in the trophy case. You got a lot to be proud of. And we mentioned it, young team, a lot of youth, a lot of key guys coming back.
First time in 11 years they won a Central Section championship. So congratulations to Wasco. They finished the year 9-6. And for St. Vincent de Paul, they are your 6AA champion. They win the game today 27-6, finishing the year 13-2. Well, folks, there's a lot of people here on the NFHS Network who make these broadcasts possible. We would not be where we are without them. I'd like to thank our executive producers here today, Brian Vilvin, Finn Prendergast, and Matthew Burke. On the camera today for us, Robert Bray, Kainoa Samana running all the sideline stuff, Mark Martinez as well. Our producer, John Lewis, director, the fabulous Chris Kirby, and Paula Bray keeping it all together for us, keeping our broadcast up and running. For my broadcast partner, Tony Moskal, and our sideline reporter, Matt Hersema, I am Jeff Kurtz saying so long from Pasadena City College. We'll see you in a couple hours, folks, here on the NFHS Network for game number 2 of this, a quintuple header over 2 days here at Pasadena City College. You've been watching the NFHS Network. We're your home for high school sports. Have a great weekend, everybody.